how Harve Village fares. Mayhap we ought to stop by. I know the way. Follow me.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Now I've gone and stepped in it.
Well met, sir.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Do not forget that we work to...
Right, just follow me.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Look, as long as you please. Have you come to... While 'tis admirable to... Particularly if you are eligible for... A special vote. Always a pleasure.
Well then, son. How might I be of service?
Hail, friend. How fare you? 'Tis not long now ere I am to undertake the trial of archery. I thought it only right to tell you that, as you were the one who gifted me the bow that I'll be using. I was also rather hoping you would consider attending. No one could be worthier of witnessing this milestone in elven archery than you. Ah, but the path to the arbor is not easily found or followed. 'Twould be best I escorted you. There is a log bridge near the ruins where I train. I'll await you on the other side. Come find me when you are ready to make for the sacred arbor, the village of my people.
Are you in the market for something in particular? Always a pleasure. The trial of archery is nigh. If we would bear witness, we must first go to the ruins where Sir Glyndor trains. I can guide you there if you wish.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
My head hurts just thinking about it. I don't like it here.
Something smells divine.
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet ever since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel, but you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. He requires proper treatment. I am caring for him as best I can. I beg only for your patience. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray, bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, forgive me. You're not a patient, are you? I suppose you must be a visitor. 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I have the privilege of serving as abbess here. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my rounds of the patients. Not to mention, I have to find the means to procure more medicinal ingredients. Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? I know 'tis perilous, but there is one ingredient in particular we cannot afford to run out of. You would procure it yourself. I am grateful beyond words, sir. In that case, might I trouble you to bring me some miasmite? The slums are a bane to the body's humors, and its residents are oft prone to illness. We do what we can with what little we have, but we're always short on helping hands. Your aid is most appreciated, sir. May your sir...
Tell is, miasmite can be harvested...
Yes, sir. Ah, forgive. If that's not the case, you will have to excuse me.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Oh. Did it pertain to the Queen Regent and an important personage, perchance?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known.
Words fail to capture the awe I feel standing atop this bridge.
It must be very old. I wonder when it was built.
Weather this pleasant makes me want to kip somewhere with a nice breeze.
'Tis well that you are in good spirits, so long as you are ready when it counts.
I knew it to be so. The creature's corpse will serve us well.
You cut quite the hunter's figure. Goblins, master! We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
I'll encamp the same spell, and will overwhelm our foes our combined magics.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to me.
My pack's heavy as a sack of rocks. There might even be a few in here. I've got to stop picking up every little thing. Hey, slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of me!
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
I grant you icy fight!
The prison has been torched! Quick, douse the flames! Fight on, and victory shall be ours.
A resounding success!
Stay with me, Arisen. Wait a moment. I will finish this. This road is proof of my negligence. When charged, be sure to avoid open flame.
I've just had a thought. I appreciate you carrying our heavy items, but do let me know if you need a hand.
Methinks this can only be destroyed from the other side. There are the Saurian! Blake will accomplish little against this foe.
Sets my thoughts down dark paths.
Bring myself to do much.
On ill and easy. Ain't nothing but trouble lurking here. Mayhap dreams will reveal to you.
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. You've my gratitude. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. But in place of a reward, mayhap I could give you a tour of the premises. Only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? Would you care to accompany me? As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived. An unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now even their poor son Lubomir has fallen ill. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet so, he was put into our care.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him, but he has yet to show any sign of recovery. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. At any rate, I'd best continue on my rounds. Pray, stay as long as you wish. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst! You there! Help me! Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... Gah... Something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the Gracious Hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it myself, but I can hardly move.
Finally, some peace and quiet.
Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the Abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Teles, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times I hear strange cries and moans drift up from below. Which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see. And yet, a part of me is afeard for them.
This basement sick room sounds rather unsavory.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the Abbess can enter? If the Gracious Hand has a secret, 'tis the Abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. Oh, you've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, it must be the Abbess's doing. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the Sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the Abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need. If it exists to be found.
What about this reeks of a plot? Let us gather evidence that we might expose it.
You have my support.
'Twould be prudent to investigate the most suspicious place first, methinks. Shall we make for the basement sick room? I know the way. Follow me.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. Shall we get some rest then?
While we're here, shall we take care of that other task we were entrusted with as well?
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
I have noticed that the abbess goes out every night without fail. Perhaps you could wait for her to leave and slip into the basement sick room then.
Is there aught I can assist you with?
I've not got food atwixt my teeth, had I?
Here already, are we?
Mayhap 'twould serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment.
You have my support.
'Twould be a wasted opportunity not to make our delivery while we're here.
We need only pass our burden into the hands that await it.
That's just what I was thinking.
Just remember, I've somewhere to be. Dead on my feet. Maybe I'll
Say, have I seen you around?
Elena? Ah, yes. The Abbess of the Gracious Hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But I must admit, I've always felt there's something off about her. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker and sicker till I was certain death would come for me. In the end, I survived, but methinks I was one of the lucky few. So many died down there. And once, I saw her, the abbess, meeting with a strange man. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up. And he gave her something small in return. You'd think 'twere medicine, but I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. He had the look of a scoundrel about him. They were whispering, but I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. 'Tis well suspicious, eh? Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square in the eastern part of the common quarter. And always a night, as I recall.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care saw me back to full health. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched o'er me through it all, bless her. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place, dark and shadowy, filled with the moaning of the sick. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled. I'm sure I was moaning too.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Dead on my feet. I don't know what to do.
Pray slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of me!
Let us endeavor to keep up.
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phaesus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be seen here with you.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk, would we? Here's your special medicine.
Glad we understand each other. Till next time.
Aye, be seeing you.
This is not the first we've heard of Lord Phaesus. What could his aim be, I wonder?
How very peculiar.
This is a place of prayer. Do keep your voice low.
Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Aye. Tell is, her ties to this figure from the neighbouring country have a romantic tint.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like records of treatment. Johann and Bruno. I know these two. They left here not long ago, fit as a pair of fiddles. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out safely. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Loath as I am to ask more of you, perhaps you would speak to them in my stead? You're back. Pray, tell me, have you what? You found a medicine used only in the basement sick room. I don't like the sound of that. Do you think... Could I trouble you to look into this as well? Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw afore coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. He's staying in the rest town. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must know.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine to Sir Ratcliffe, the doctor over in the rest town.
You have my support.
What to do?
What should I do?
Suppose I could visit someplace new.
What should I get on?
I end up feeling weary even after a day of practice.
This place is too comfortable.
This ox cart. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on. Out of the car, all of you.
Stop!
No words to express my dismay.
Be ready. Our foes are armed.
We have no means of exploiting our enemies.
Douse the flame before it is too late.
Shan't let them fall.
Here, mine. Oh.
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
Go right ahead.
Somehow my feet always.
Aye? In need of a doctor, are you? What's this you're giving me? Oh, I see. You want me to run some sort of test on this? Determine what manner of substance 'tis? Interesting. Well, you've certainly piqued my curiosity. Whatever your reasons, I'll take a look. Naturally, I'll need a bit of time with it. Come back again in... oh, I don't know. Later.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Chance to put my feet up is as welcome as fine ale.
What to make hay while the sun shines?
No hurry to leave.
Ah, there you are. You've come at a good time. I've just finished running those tests. I must ask, where did you acquire that concoction? 'Tis a fell thing you got there. To be plain, 'tis more poison than physic. It has the potential to heal one's ailment, certainly. But only if they could survive long enough, which isn't likely. Worse still, it has addictive properties that are likely to cause the patient to become dependent on its deadly effects. I say patient, but I should hope whoever made this did not intend it as a method of treatment. You'd have to be well and truly mad to attempt such a thing.
All my troubles clean away. On my feet. Maybe I'll...
These writings could be of import.
Let's have a look then.
Take caution in the practice of magic. Might I make a request of you? You have my gratitude.
Riding in an ox cart would be a welcome reprieve.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
This ox will not take you anywhere till I've had...
I ain't got the foggiest.
Let them try and stop me.
Things will sort themselves out. It's the same.
Oh dear, what can this be? Well met.
I appreciate the gesture. Pray, take this.
I don't know what to do.
At last, the moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to...
Is there aught I can help you with, sir? Oh, if you're looking for Lubomir, his condition deteriorated to the point that he had to be moved to the basement sick room. He's not allowed visitors, I'm afraid, not even family. Even we're not allowed to go see him. No need to worry, though. The Abbess is tending to him personally. She'll nurse him back to full health, I'm sure of it.
I fear I've much to attend. I fear I've much to attend to.
What are you doing? Unhand me this instant.
Many thanks for your assistance in this matter. Elena is being questioned as we speak. Suffice to say, your testimony, combined with the evidence you've procured, have cast a great deal of suspicion upon the Abbess that she isn't like to shake. Pray have this, sir. 'Tis your reward for aiding us in our duty to this city.
Such quietude, the blessing of a course done by dusk. I probably would have been better off a baker.
I'll admit, I did worry you'd forgotten me. I expect Captain Bronze will want to hear of this.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
You'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master. But I suppose I can guide us there later.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Oh, heavens above! What are we to do? 'Twas you, wasn't it? You took the Abbess from us. The acts she committed were unforgivable. This I cannot deny. But what do you expect will befall the rest of us in her absence? Without the Abbess, we cannot possibly attend to all our patients. Without her guidance, Forgive me. 'Twas an improper thing to say in light of the lives taken so unjustly. I will do what I can, but I fear I cannot attend to everyone here. I must confess, I can make no sense of this. I can make no sense of this.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
When does my watch end?
There's much need doing.
Let's see. Where to next? It's hope this day plays out better
sleep.
than last.
Or a comfy bedroll.
That's what? This ox cart's bound. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due. I must.
Together, we are indomitable.
Once more!
Just what I was waiting for.
Dreams are free, I say.
Ruining my vegetables.
I swear I've never seen better.
What? You had the Abbess arrested? Why, she's the Lady Saint, isn't she? Ah, of course. That's why you had me look at that mixture. Well, I'll have naught more to do with this, thank you. In fact, I rather wish you hadn't involved me to begin with. But I suppose I could be persuaded to change my mind. Don't look at me like that. If you want my services, 'twill cost you. That's how the world works. I'll require a significant donation if I'm to alleviate the effects of that so-called medicine. See? That wasn't so difficult, was it? You'll find that I'm happy to aid those in need, so long as I get my dues.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Making a living as a soldier.
It falls on me to resolve this.
Everyone's as tired as I am. I've nothing to fear. My wits about me.
This ox will not take you anywhere till I've had...
I ain't got the foggiest.
Always another errand to see to.
Boots laced, strapped. I'm ready.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
'Tis you. You can't know how grateful I am to you. I could feel death's hand at my throat, and that horrid abyss urging it to choke the life out of me. But owing to your aid, here I am, feeling myself again. Truly, sir, I cannot thank you enough.
Good tidings, sir. A doctor has come, Sir Radcliffe. He's been tending to our patients, and I am thrilled to say that their condition is much improved. He's even instructed us on how to care for them properly. I am eternally grateful for his aid. We were in desperate need of guidance, you know. But when I told him as much, he said to save my thanks for you. I know not what transpired, but thank you, nevertheless. Though we have no doubt lost favor in the people's eyes, I shall strive to earn it back. I hoped you might make use of this.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Life's best taken at a leisurely pace. Always naught but Friday.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey. When treated to the foremost hospital, you know where to find. This inspires naught but misery. Give it. I've more time than I know how to spend.
Such peace. If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
Such quietude.
Oh, on the hunt for the grimoire entitled Towering Earth, are you? One moment. Here it is. Towering Earth, the Forsaken Text. You may take it. I can cast no magics myself, after all. Left in my care, 'tis as a pearl before swine. Not to mention, I've already read it. Well, have you found some place I might sate my scholarly curiosities? Oh, to think such a place existed. How very curious. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own.
your day by getting cut open.
You. I wonder how you must feel, having locked me away in this dismal place. Do you think yourself just? If so, you are sorely mistaken. There are many in this world who require salvation. I merely borrowed the aid of those who could offer it. Just as there are theories that may only be tested on living flesh, so are mortal bodies the sole source of certain materials. And, whatever you may think, all lives are not made equal. 'Tis the truth, whether you choose to acknowledge it or not. The sickly folk of the slums are fated to die, to waste away till death grants them its mercy. I merely gave their deaths a greater purpose. If anything, I deserve your praise, not this awful cell. So, Lubomir made a full recovery, did he? I'm sure his parents must be delighted. So,
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
This should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
At last we've arrived. Delivery in hand. Now to report to Captain Brandt.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your Majesty's... It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might have knowledge that could benefit you on your travels. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it...
Huzzah! You done it!
Well done, everyone.